So the US strike and Israeli strike finally took out Iran's longest serving religious and social leader, Ayatollah Ali Khomeini. Ayatollah or Khomeini came to power in 1989, and actually he was not the first Ayatollah in Iran. The particular Ayatollah that led the 1979 revolution died in 1989. The last Ayatollah Khomeini, who actually was killed by the US, was Iranian president until he was appointed the supreme leader in 1989. Now, without boring you with the how he rose to power, because he became the supreme leader when he was at the age of 50, and he died, or he was rather killed by US strike at the age of 86, which means that he actually led Iran for 36 years. And a lot of people said his regime was brutal, his regime was suppressive, his regime was very wicked to the Iranian people. But the question now is that there is a lot of experts are saying that there is a power vacuum in Iran, which it needs to be filled. As at the time of doing this doing this report, there are fragmented power structures in Iran. In fact, the Iranian foreign minister has confirmed that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, which is the Iranian military, have actually splintered, and a lot of them are now acting independently, meaning that there is no longer a coordinated front for the Iranian military, which brings to the fore as about the power vacuum in Iran. So who gets to fill the vacuum while US is calling for for Iranians to take over the reins of power? A lot of people are saying there is a lot of there is now a power vacuum in Iran which needs to be filled. There are people now who are banding or actually calling, mentioning a lot of them. So there are 4 names that have been thrown up who might replace Khomeini. Now it will interest you to know that the word Ayatollah, the name Ayatollah is a title, much like a bishop. It's a title in Shia Islam. So the Shia Muslims are led by Ayatollah. So Khomeini was not the only Ayatollah in Iran. So there are other Ayatollahs that are in Iran. So a lot of people are speculating 4 names to replace Khomeini. Number 1 is Ayatollah Mahmoud Hasbami Sharaudi. They said he is going to is one of the top people that have been touted to replace Khomeini. He was a senior cleric with strong ties to the clerical establishment and had served in significant judicial roles. So the people are actually speculating that this is one of the top people that may replace Khomeini. Another one is Ayatollah Mahmoud Yazdi, a long-time member of Iran's clerical hierarchy and the judiciary. Yazdi has the religious and credibility and conservative credentials that might have appealed to powerful factions within the assembly of experts. So these are the names that have been thrown up to replace Khomeini in Iran. Number 3 is Ayatollah Ali Akbar Hashemi Rasfanjani. So he is also a very strong proposition, or a very strong candidate to replace Khomeini in Iran. So although more associated with political and administrative authority than religious scholarship, Rafsanjani was key figure in the early Islamic Republic and had previously played a central role in guiding the succession process. So they are saying that, yeah, this Rafsanjani might actually is in a pole position to replace Khomeini. Another one is Ayatollah Sadeh Lavjani, or a similar senior cleric. Leaders like Lavjani, who later rose to the head of the judiciary, represented the institutional conservative core and carried the kind of clerical credentials often experimented or expected for the role in a succession. So a lot of people are speculating that these are the four names that have been thrown up. And as you may know, Iran is still fighting the US, and there is a lot of there have been a lot in Kuwait right now. A lot of US warplanes have been downed by by Iranian drones. So the war is actually ongoing. US hopes that they will wrap up this in a very short time, but experts are saying this will drag on for a long time, and that it may create a very particular power vacuum, like it did in India, in Libya, in Iraq, and other places where US has intervened. Others are also saying that this is a welcome development for Iranians who have lived under the shackles of dictatorship, under the shackles of dictatorship caused by Ali Khamenei, the late Ali Khamenei, who was actually killed in his compound by US strike. So we'll keep you updated. I want you to follow us for more on Money Power People on Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube.